My counselor is pushing me to record a blog that will help release my frustrations in a helpful way instead of bottling them up, so here goes. My name is Wes, and I am a 23-year-old alcoholic and have been known to abuse cocaine. I used to work as a PA for various projects on the East Coast production train. After being shunned by my mother, girlfriend, co-workers, and surrounding family, I was forced into rehab where I got clean, and honestly, it kinda sucks. No more glory days, no more all or nothing with the fraternity brothers, no more fun at the bar, if they'd ever let me back in. Strangely, however, I really feel like I'm clear-headed and can see the world a little bit more than I used to. But this halfway house is deluxe when compared to most joints, allowing us loads of freedoms, as long as we pay our way and submit to weekly drug tests. Not only that, it's exclusive to only 8 guys at a time. We don't have to share rooms. Beats the hell out of rehab. May 21st. Finally! Found a job at a Mexican grill here in town. Best part is, it's only a block from the house, so no more buses. For those who haven't given a damn up to this point, I'm in a halfway house located here in Wilmington Beach, North Carolina, and I have been clean for all of 3 months today. Originally, I really missed the rush, but man, I won't lie, this shit is awesome. I even met a pretty girl today, Katie, who is also in rehab with me. My type, too. Blonde, bubbly, curvy, and most importantly, she loves the comic books that I do. Nothing beats a common interest. We're meeting at a Java bar tonight after I get off work and exchanging some books before we head off to wherever it is we decide. As long as I'm back by curfew. May 25th. Not much going on lately. I've been pretty busy at work, AA meetings, NA meetings, and Katie time at Javaholics. The biggest news to report is that the town is seemingly getting quieter each day, even though it's the summertime, and beach fair should be bustling. Hell, it was even a slow day today at La Cocina, which I really fail to understand, seeing as how it's the only Mexican grill in town that has a sanitation grade above a 95. Going to walk Katie home after Javaholics, and we'll see if it livens up. May 28th. Weird thing happened this weekend. Somewhere in Florida over the weekend, a man abusing bath salts attacked and viciously chewed off the face of a homeless man. The guy was exhibiting signs of superhuman strength, and if you know anything about drugs, it's that anything is possible. But bath salts? Really? I always thought that was a meth thing. Drugs is drugs, though. No doubt about that. At the NA meeting today, we discussed the possibility that the drugs were explicitly tampered with, and something else got into his system that induced the same super strength. A theory that old cats tried to dismiss as silly. Katie's kind of scared about it, though, since we live in a community that's not only half sober, but is almost more than half abusing. And I told her that I'd protect her. May 29th. Official Freakout Day. Whatever the hell is going around that's making addicts super freaky cannibals made its appearance here today. Across from Javaholics is an actual bar that's usually swarmed with darker crowds of Wilmington. A day and night contrast to our humble establishment. A crazy, bumbling crackhead we all know usually heads for that bar at night to score, but tonight he came to ours and rushed into the bathroom, locking himself in, and began going nuts inside, beating the walls, smashing the toilet and sink, as well as nearly breaking down the old English oak door. The owner evacuated the building, and we watched as police came in, escorted him outside to a cruiser. He was covered in, oily black film, vomit, waste, and what we all thought was blood. The worst case of mania I think any of us have ever seen. Damn shame, too. That guy was actually kind of nice. One of my housemates, Perry, was talking with our house monitor Chaz tonight about the whole thing, and Chaz, being a paranoid kind of guy, called in someone else to take a shift. I'm worried he's relapsing. May 30th. Today was one for the books. So much crap happened today, and I seriously feel like sneaking out tonight to find a Happy Meal to curb my anger. I must not, though. I owe it to myself not to. Here's a list of bullshit that's bombarded me today. 1. 5 of the guys in the house was discharged. 3 for relapsing. The other 2 wanted to leave town fearing the influence. A trend that's highly uncommon here in this facility. Another trend that follows up on this is that usually people are lined up out the door to get into this joint, but only one was admitted. My new best friend and fellow comic book enthusiast, Mario. Only Mario, Perry, myself, and another regular named Matt remain. 2. The meetings were called off for the day, letting everyone recover from the incident at Javaholics. We were, instead, directed. Since last night, 3 more incidents have broken out across Wilmington. One in particular, sadly, was Chester Chaz Boyle, our former house mentor. Unlike the other 2, however, he disappeared. And 3, who I thought was my ex-girlfriend Emily, showed up today. She was concerned, as was my mother, apparently, both of them wishing me to come home. I was like, bitch, are you serious? No phone calls, no letters, no nothing for months, and now you give me shit? Fuck off. I doubt the urge to use will ever be as strong as it is right now because of them. She and my mom are staying at the Hilton of Front Street, and I doubt they're leaving until they convince me to. One of the last mentors remaining has been talking to me about it, and says he wouldn't blame me for getting the hell out, because he feels like things are only going to get worse. I told him I wouldn't, because for the first time in my life, I feel like I actually have a home. Perry, Mario, Matt, and myself hung out in my room tonight and talked things over. Matt's rehab lover, Jessica, snuck in, as usual, but unusually, the gravity around her is rather lax, seeing as how the mentors apparently aren't paying attention to the cameras in the house. No women rules, blah blah blah. Matt and Jessica have decided to leave together this weekend and invited me and Katie to come as well. I respectfully declined, though I truly do miss Katie, and haven't heard from her all day. Jessica made an effort to comfort me, telling me that she's at the house in bed missing me too. All I can say now is, when shit starts hitting the fan, it's funny how real it looks when you're clean and sober. May 31st, 2:30 a.m. I sit here awake, unable to get back to sleep, knowing just how wrong things are right now. We all woke up to the sound of a fight in the office next door. Mario and Matt came out of their rooms, running out to see what was happening. When they approached the building, all they could see was tonight's mentor, Billy, fighting with Chaz, who was out of his mind and incoherent. Matt managed to knock him unconscious with a toolbox before he was able to choke out Billy. Paramedics showed up and took off with him before Billy suddenly up and left himself, leaving us here alone. He didn't even bother calling anyone else to take over. He just left. The rest of us have been sitting in our rooms, wondering just what the fuck to do now. I mean, Perry's gone now too, having been picked up by an older drug dealer friend of his in a sheer desperation of moving on somewhere. Mario's in his room, calling his friend of his, which worries me because he says he's gotten a gun from him. Matt's called Jessica, who told him that their house mother has closed the building and is sending the girls off in their van and cars to the bus station. She was able to slip out Katie, who's coming up with her now, making this whole situation even harder to understand. While Matt's packing the last of his things, I'm sitting here watching more reports on this craziness, trying to reel myself back some before I blow up. Whenever they finally get here, I'll talk with Katie about what to do next. Till then, I'm venturing back to the office. Gonna try calling someone, and then my mom and Emily. Hopefully they've left town already. If not, we'll have even bigger problems. 3:45 a.m. Back from the office. It's a fucking mess in there. The phone was destroyed in the struggle, so I assumed that Billy was going to walk somewhere to get help. I can't help but wonder why he didn't just use a cell phone. Jessica and Katie showed up finally, as did Mario's friend, who I really don't like. This jackass Daniel is the kind of scum people in rehab call a critical enabler. He sold Mario not one, not two, but 3 guns. 3 fucking guns in an out-of-control halfway house. I'm sure they're also using, as they've yet to come back out of his room. Funny enough, Mario gave 2 of the guns to me and Matt, though I declined to carry a weapon after what happened back in Durham. He still left it on the kitchen table, and Matt put it in my room after he and Jessica disappeared into his room. Katie's on the phone with her parents. I feel I should call Emily and my mother, but I can't bring myself to make them worry about me any more than they have already, for I'm now worried myself. The news is talking about a local beach fire being attacked by a group of crazed addicts. I was able to talk the others into remaining here for the night, so that tomorrow in the day we can assess things outside better. Jessica's car is packed with their things and Katie's, who are all still trying to talk me into going. I find it pointless now, as I'm sure the situation is being put under control by police. If we're caught up in the middle of this in any way, we're toast. At least here, we may be able to hold up for a while, so I'm attempting to talk the others into staying so we can better fortify the house, try surviving this way. I'll remain by the computer, document everything I can in the hopes that something or someone may know that we're okay and scared. That's all. If anyone from the WTC Treatment Center or Wilmington Beach Police Department get this, just know that myself, Catherine Young, Matthew Dennis, Jessica Stahl, and hopefully Mario Chavez are okay and not using. We're at the Launch House 4 off of Market Street in downtown Wilmington. We should be okay for now.